Hello and welcome to episode 38 of the Comedian's Tea Party with sideaves. And this week my guest is Julian Deane. Absolutely wonderful, extremely funny man. It's a lovely chat. We have a great time, a really fun time. And we cover a lot of things. We talk about why I don't like coffee. You do find out his pet name for his kids, where he was actually born, which is a surprise to me. But not as much of a surprise though as what he is undertaking in his studies. Very interesting, so check that out. Tells me that he was best friends with a Guinness record holding drummer, which is pretty exciting. And speaking of records, we also talking about lifting until you bleed from the face. An odd subject matter for sure. And will that make you die young? Presumably it will, because you're not supposed to bleed from the face. That is not a natural thing to do. Unless you cut it, which again, not natural, that is not supposed to be there. Which somehow also manages to lead on to Julian talking about his meal plan ASMR, which is an odd turnabout, but there you go. I don't know anything about tea. We learned that, and I have never professed to. I like tea, and until this podcast, I've really only drunk largely normal tea. So not this specific podcast, like until I started the Comedian's Tea Party in general. So he asked some questions. I don't know the answers. It happens. It's a learning curve. So it turns out chamomile tea does not have caffeine in it. I'm sure a lot of you probably knew that. I did not. And it turns out that valerian, nothing to do with steel, is actually good for sleeping. And valerian steel, turns out that is from Game of Thrones. So, you know, there's a lot of things wrong and a lot of things we're learning. Now this is episode 38, but I was hoping a couple of weeks ago to have started going weekly again with this podcast. But I've had some interesting issues because I tried to record episode 38 with Graham Matthews a couple of weeks ago, who is a very good comedian, absolutely lovely guy who did quite well on Britain's Got Talent a couple of years ago. I'm still going to be recording with him, but we need to reschedule because I ended up being his tech support. And then his internet was atrocious, so that was impossible. It just didn't happen. And then last week I tried to record another episode with Jordan Gray because I've got her coming back on the episode, and we had an incredible conversation. It was absolutely brilliant. We talked for about 2 hours, definitely got at least about an hour and a half's worth of conversation out of it. Like it was brilliant, and the chat that came up, absolutely amazing. And during the conversation, Skype actually changed the settings on my behalf. So it did start recording okay, and then Skype changed the settings and got rid of her side of the conversation. So I lost that. I had a little breakdown, and then I recorded this episode with Julian. So we got here, but yeah, I'm missing some episodes. So I'm going to have that conversation with her again because she's up to some absolutely amazing things. If you've not looked up what Jordan Gray is doing, go back and listen to the episode with her, because my wife still says that it's her favourite episode, as does Jordan, and then find out what she's done since. And then when you hear the next conversation I'm going to have with her, it'll blow your mind a little bit more, because she works harder than anyone I know, and yeah, incredible. So, I'll come at you at the end with a couple of plugs and some social media details and that sort of thing. But until then, enjoy the podcast. Hello.
Hey mate, how's it going?
Yeah, good man. How you doing?
Yeah, good man.
Cool.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. We've been trying to sort it out for a little while, but
I've got my chamomile tea.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, I was going to ask what you had, but we'll get to that.
You can ask us if you don't know again in a minute, if I've just spoiled it.
No, it's not like some kind of magic reveal. It's all good.
I've got a better camera, but you don't need a camera really, do you?
No, that's fine. No.
Okay, cool.
I don't have a better camera, but I am getting one.
You got a good picture, actually.
It's all right at a minute, yeah, but if the light changes at all, then I'll go very blocky.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I did a gig the other day, and for some reason, like, the light was all right. I had a ring light and everything, but it it made my teeth look like they were separated by big black blocks. Like I had the dirtiest teeth. Like I was 2 days away from losing half of them. It was quite a strong look. But then, because we did the Outside the Box gig the other week, and
yeah.
I was trying a thing called Droid Cam, which several people had told me was amazing, and you can use the camera on your phone. And I set it all up, and it looks great. And then as soon as my set started, the camera just started going, like it was the laggiest thing I've ever seen.
It's got to go through an app, I guess, hasn't it, and stuff.
Yeah, and it's like connecting via Wi-Fi because it wouldn't connect via USB. So yeah, it just ended up, it was basically.
I've just got this one. It's a Logitech. I forget the name of it. Like, it's a Logitech.
Oh yeah, the C920.
It might be that one. Yeah. It's pretty good.
That's the one I'm about to get.
Yeah, I mean, it's very good and so simple. You literally just plug it in, as you know. When it's not well lit though, it's not great when it's low light. But I've got a light up here anyway, so I've got like one of them square ones.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty good. That's only about 60 quid.
Yeah, that does look very effective. I picked up like a cheap ring light for like 15 quid, and all I see, like, I need to get another one so that I can get one from either side because all I get is the ring on my glasses.
Yeah, that's the only thing when you've got glasses on. I found that, but I need glasses on when I'm doing a gig because I've got notes on the screens a lot of the time.
I've been bulldog clipping my notepad to the front of my laptop.
Yeah, it's a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got an auto cue. I mean, it's like. Half the thing with me when doing new stuff is like not remembering it or going to notes on stage, and it's so clunky.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's because
so this podcast, do you want to do I need to know anything?
Oh no, not really. No, it's just a general chat.
Oh, cool. And we talk about the tea, do we?
It will come up. Yeah, it's
okay. Cool.
The premise is that it's just a nice chat over a cup of tea. So yeah, we're just drinking tea and having a chat. It started. I should point that out.
It started.
Yeah. It's been recording
great.
This whole thing.
I didn't know it started. Sorry.
That's all right.
I'm like, before we start, then do you need to let me know anything? No, we're 40 minutes in. We're just rounding it up.
Yeah, we're quite near the end.
I've got a chamomile tea, mate. It was only when you said get a tea, because I normally do a few coffees in the morning.
Yeah.
But having a chamomile tea, it's nice.
Yeah. No, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't drink coffee, and obviously this is I don't like it.
How come?
It tastes awful.
Oh, okay. You don't like the awful taste of it?
No. That really puts me off.
Oh, okay.
I have had. Someone made me like a salted caramel latte once, and that was all right. But it was such a lot of work to do, whereas like I've got a herbal tea here, and I just pour hot water in that, and I'm done.
Yeah, there's no kick with it. I'm going to try and have one now every day.
Yeah. Thanks for this podcast.
I just feel it takes a little bit of discipline to have a herbal tea when I could have a coffee that's going to kick me in the face.
Yeah.
I quite want that kick.
I mean, do you know Abigail Shimon?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she came and did this podcast, and so normally, like, I'll carry this massive box around full of tea that I get sent from, like, I've got some from Twinings and Tea Pigs at the minute, and so normally I'll carry that box around and then offer the tea out, and I went round to her flat, and she was telling me about this tea that she got from America, and she was about to go to America and brought it back, and gave me a box at a gig, and it's this, what's it called, Celestial Seasonings. It's basically a black tea with caffeine and energising mate, is how it describes it. She warned me not to have one past 1 p.m. because I had it on a podcast with Kieran Boyd, and I changed colour. The energy levels were shocking.
What is that? What is that energising mate or something?
I think it's
like crack or something.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's like some kind of leaf.
It's distilled COVID.
Yeah. Turns out if you squash all the COVID down and put it in a cup, it's really
good
energizing.
For you actually. Yeah, it really wakes you up.
Yeah. Have you had a jab yet?
I had it a few weeks ago. Yeah, I've got asthma, but I didn't think that I think it's the area I'm in. It was really rife here.
Right.
COVID. People were dropping like flies. It was just like people in the street, Lanana, really. But yeah, it was quite a high area for COVID. Southeast London. Like the hospital was 2 weeks from being overrun and stuff. It was scary. Wow. So that might have been why I got it, as well as asthma, obviously.
Yeah.
I've never thought my asthma's severe enough to push in front of people with a jab. I felt a little bit guilty.
Yeah.
But it only literally, I drove there and there wasn't even a queue. I went straight in, had the jab. They said wait half an hour in the waiting room. I didn't. I just went.
Yeah.
And that was it. It's just in and out. So it wasn't like I took up too much time.
Yeah.
That's how I'm justifying it.
Very gallant of you.
Yeah, I'm very gallant.
You're an everyday hero.
I mean, every day I'm one, yeah.
Yeah, nice. I've not had it yet, but then where I go, there's a lot of old people live in that area, so.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're getting it first.
Is that why you go there?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah,
it's peaceful, isn't it? Like get a cup of tea.
Yeah. There's a lot of tea and just racism all over the place.
It's lovely, isn't it? It's
I miss it.
It's nice. It's very traditional. I'm just a man of tradition. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, how come there's a lot of old people there? Where is it? What area?
It's near Southend, but it's like a little town sort of out the way a bit.
Leigh-on-Sea, by any chance?
It's not Leigh-on-Sea, no. It's out the way the other direction. Same distance, but...
I don't know why I'm trying to get your actual name of your road.
I don't live there anymore. I'm in Shoebury now.
Oh, Shrewsbury. No.
No, not Shoebury. Shoeburyness.
Oh, where's that?
It's near Southend.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Do you remember where you did that gig for Ross McGrain in the
in the pub
hotel?
Downstairs?
Yeah.
In the underground one?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like
That was a tough gig, wasn't it?
Oh, was it? I wasn't there for that.
Oh no, I did great.
I
doubled that gig up with Covent Garden Comedy Club.
Yeah, that's not near.
No, it's in a different part of England.
Yeah.
So I opened Covent Garden Comedy Club, took my car there, and which is underneath Charing Cross Station.
Right.
And I drove from there all the way to Southend in a mad, frenzied panic. And I was definitely late, and they delayed it back and stuff. And
yeah.
But Ross runs some lovely gigs.
He does, yeah. Well, I've only done that one once. Basically, the night before we went into lockdown again in December, he, like, as soon as he heard that it was happening, he got on the phone to them and was like, right, I've got a gig in a couple of weeks with you guys. Can we do it tonight? And they went, yeah, okay. So we just got a bunch of us down and had a gig, and it was really lovely, considering it was basically a Christmas gig, and it was I think it was the owner's wife's birthday, and she was like twatted. But it's really nice.
Well, that was, you mean just before last Christmas, as in just before this lockdown 3?
Yeah, like a few months ago.
So when was lockdown 2? It feels like a bit surreal, that gap before lockdowns. Like we were out.
Yeah.
I was in like Soho and stuff, packed out.
Yeah.
It just seems like, was that a dream or what?
I mean, it may have been. I don't think I went out. I went to like a couple of restaurants, but that's about it really.
When they were doing the eat out to help out thing.
No, I actually missed
that. To help out. The only thing we helped was COVID.
Yeah. That's the insane thing about that was that was around the time that they were deciding not to give free school meals for kids, even though it worked out that it cost less for a week's worth of free school meals for kids than it did for one day of eat out to help out.
But I think the eat out to help out's more important because restaurants are nice places, aren't they?
Yeah. Schools are shitholes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I never go to schools to eat anyway, so it didn't really affect me.
That's
it's not somewhere I go on a date.
Yeah. And if you do, probably need to call into question who you're dating.
There's other questions, definitely.
Yeah.
Not just what's on the menu.
I used to like school dinners.
I didn't in primary school. In secondary school was nice because I had like chips, beans, and tomato sauce, and it was quite nice.
Yeah.
But in primary school, my dinner, I hated it, and I used to get made to eat. I don't know whether they thought I was really undernourished or something. But I had to sit through the whole of my lunch break with 2 dinner ladies standing in front of me with my plate full up because I wouldn't touch it.
Really?
It's fucking child abuse, isn't it?
That's insane. They have guns or something as well.
They might as well add.
Yeah, Jesus. 'Cause I used to be really skinny, and like I'm slim now, but I used to be like really skinny. And I'll never forget on 2 different parents' evenings at my secondary school that the form tutor turned to my parents and was like, "We think he's anorexic." It's like, I'm not. I'm just skinny. Mum's like, yeah, he eats shitloads. Like that's not what this is. He's just skinny. But yeah, they really
I
thought I was
think I
anorexic,
was really skinny as well. I was one of them kids. You know, when you breathe in, you could do that thing where you breathe in and like
yeah,
make
put
your
like
rib
just
cage
put
like
loads of stuff up there.
in vacuum your stomach kind
Yeah.
of thing. But I mean, kids have got so much energy. They're burning it off constantly.
Yeah, bastards.
So, how long have you been doing the podcast?
Well, a little while, since 2019.
Oh, okay. So before pre-lockdown
Yeah,
stuff and that. And you use how did you used to do it? Go around people's houses?
Yeah.
Intrude on their privacy.
Yeah. My first
with a box of Twinings.
Yeah. Hello, sorry, I'm here, but I've got stuff. No, the first episode was with Carl actually.
Oh, great.
Yeah, in his house.
He's living it up now in Melbourne.
Yeah. Looks like he's having a lovely time.
I know.
Yeah.
All the English comics are just so envious, I bet.
Yeah. Were you not tempted to go out there?
It hasn't actually crossed my mind. I mean, it would be lovely. I've got commitments in England, though. I mean, some people call them children.
Yeah.
I call them commitments. No, I would like to go. You can't really just go there for a couple of weeks, though.
No.
And, to have a few months there, I don't know about that. I've got an Aussie passport, though, because I was born there. So
oh, really?
It's very easy to go there, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I just take zero advantage of it, really.
Yeah.
I will one day.
Yeah,
take everyone with me, yeah.
Yeah. That sounds good. I mean, they've got space to fill.
It'll only cost about 45 grand a return ticket for all of us.
Is that all? Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so it's... I know, I might...
Let's go this afternoon.
I'll get on last minute in a minute, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know Kelsey D'Almeida?
I do. He's out there, isn't he? He looks like he's doing some great gigs.
Yeah, he's doing really well. But I read his status the other day, and he said he went out there last year for the festival, then it got sent into lockdown, and now basically just lives there.
He's with his partner out there, is he?
He is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's done all right for himself.
So, he's not Australian, is he? He's English.
No, yeah, his partner is, yeah.
Oh, she's Australian. Okay.
Yeah, I think he met her out there.
Makes sense now. Ah, okay. He did tell me this. We did a long drive. I forget where to. I think to Hereford and back.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What gig was in Hereford?
It's at the Hereford Courtyard. It's quite a nice gig, actually.
Oh, okay.
I did a gig in this lockdown in, I think it was like December, or just when this lockdown happened.
Yeah.
We had a little lockdown in the middle, didn't we? Is that right?
I think the second lockdown that people referred to was December, but like we all went into tier 3, so that was like, this is just one long lockdown for all of us.
Yeah. So okay, so this is, I don't know why this is lockdown 3. It's really lockdown 2, isn't it?
I think so. I'm not sure. I don't really understand. So I'm sure the second one just sort of ended. Well, it didn't really end. It just sort of faded away, and then like
someone said they're making it up as they go along, and yeah, that's exactly what they're doing, though. I mean. They didn't have a plan for it, I guess.
No. Well,
it's weird. It's weird rules and stuff, though. There's a lot of inconsistencies and.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, one rule for one as well. That's a big gripe.
It's changed today, though. Now outside swimming pools are open, so I've been looking forward to that, and then I probably won't go.
Yeah. Waiting for the opportunity to stay at home.
Exactly.
Yeah. Very exciting.
I've not minded it, if I'm honest, the whole lockdown thing. I'm getting a bit itchy to get out a little bit, but I don't mind it. I'm happy.
Yeah. Like, have you just been gigging or have you been working? Or...
I've been doing some gigs, yeah. Not as much as when live gigs are there, but I've got one. I did Saturday, I did one. Like maybe one a week average, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit less than that. But you're not obviously driving anywhere, so it's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Because there's the one part of it where obviously like it's not quite as nice as real gigs, but also when I'm done, like I can just walk 2 feet and get in bed.
I know.
So, swings.
I did 2 days work, like proper job, a few weeks ago. My mate is a builder. He just runs a few building, what would you call them, projects, I guess.
Yeah.
And he was just talking, and he said he's looking for a labourer for like 5 days a week for a little while. And I said, I'll do a couple of days for you. Yeah. And I went down there. I really enjoyed it, weirdly.
Yeah, it's quite nice. I used to be a labourer.
Yeah.
Something really satisfying about it.
Yeah, when I was driving home, I felt like endorphins. I just felt like I'd done a proper hard graft day.
Yeah.
I was fucked, and I slept so well. And the next day I went there, and then the next week I was going to do another 2, but a gig came up, so I pulled both days' work
for one gig.
Yeah, so so I mean, I couldn't have done one of the days, but I could. I don't know, but it was good actually. So I might give that another go.
Yeah.
Just a regular 2 days a week for a little while.
Yeah.
Because also it's like going to the gym. I felt so fucked.
Yeah.
I ate better. I was sleeping better. You feel satisfied.
Yeah.
I've also applied to study as well.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I know lockdown's going to be over and gigs will be back, but I still have time to study.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah, I've not applied properly, but I've talked to them about it, and they're calling me back this week.
Oh, nice.
But it seems just really good. So I'll see how it goes.
Yeah. What are you going to be studying?
Oh, law.
Oh,
a degree in law. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It's called Law and Criminology. It's all online.
Yeah.
But I'll be doing it part-time. It's Essex Uni.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see.
Nice, man.
But what I'm going to do, because I haven't got a GCSE or anything, so I've not got the entry requirements.
Yeah.
But since
GCSE?
homeschooling my kids, I quite enjoyed. I mean, I could nail GCSEs. Since studying, I've actually been doing my GCSEs at the same time.
Oh, really?
So I've been learning in the evening and teaching them in the day, or helping them with the maths and stuff like that. You need to know it to teach it, don't you?
Yeah.
You can't just wing maths. If you're just thrown this GCSE level maths now without knowing, it's just, might as well be another language.
Yeah.
So I've been learning that in the evening, and I quite enjoyed the studying of it all.
Yeah.
And it made me want to do something. So, yeah, we'll see. Because I've not got the entry requirements, what I've got to do is a year high national diploma for a year, and then the degree. But doing that takes a year off of the degree anyway.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
So it's 4 years part-time, whatever way you look at it.
Nice.
So it's a good plan.
What do you intend to do with that?
Break the law.
Yeah.
But just smartly.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I've got a couple of friends who are barristers and solicitors and stuff, and talking to them, and I really like to do it, if I'm honest. You know, I really just like the challenge of it. I think because my brain's been so numb in lockdown.
Yeah.
I just really want something to get, to just fucking learn and study and challenging. So we'll see.
I didn't expect, of all the things that you could have said, I didn't expect you to say law. That's cool, man.
I was looking at maths actually, because I really enjoyed GCSE maths, and I started to get when I started to nail it, I'm like, oh, I'm really good at maths.
Yeah.
And then I started to look at A-level maths. I'm like, okay, then degree maths. And I started to Google PhD in maths, and I'm like, okay, fucking chill out, mate.
Yeah.
I'm okay at GCSE maths, but PhD is just next level, isn't it? It's like.
Yeah, that's.
There's no way. I think you're born with that brain.
Yeah, that would be.
What did you study in uni and stuff?
I didn't go to uni. I did go to a specialist music college though.
Oh, okay.
So I've got a advanced diploma in playing drums.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, but I can't do a lot with it.
Well, you can play drums.
Well, yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah.
That's a good. I thought about playing drums over the years.
Yeah.
Getting some lessons and stuff. It's a hard thing to practice at home though, isn't it?
It is, yeah. There's been a lot of advancements in electronic kits in the last few years. So a lot of the stuff that's sort of really accessible now is actually quite good. So that's good.
Al Murray was on our podcast TVI with Carl Donnelly, and he's learning drums.
He already plays drums.
It was that. Yeah, I should have been listening.
Yeah, he owns a drum company.
Plays. He had a big drum kit behind him and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's in a band.
He already played.
Yeah.
I know he plays drum, but he's getting really good. Have I got that all wrong? He's excellent at drumming. Basically, he's been putting out singles and music and stuff with his daughter.
He's in a band called the Fat Cops.
That's it. Yeah.
But he owns a drum company. I used to work in a music shop before lockdown, and then was made redundant.
Whereabouts?
In Southend.
Okay.
So basically, Al Murray's got stakes in.
I can't believe I don't know anything about Al Murray's drumming, and I did a whole podcast.
Yeah. He owns a company called British Drum Company, and like it's all I know a shitload about how their drums are made.
You know what it was? I just got to justify that. We spoke about drummers for most of it.
Oh,
Other
okay.
drummers. He wasn't speaking about his drumming that much.
Yeah.
Like all his favourite drummers and all the stories about drummers and stuff. It was interesting.
Oh yeah. Oh nice. Yeah, I want to get more drummers on this podcast actually, because obviously I've got sort of a middle ground of them. But I tried to. I sent Al an email. I haven't got direct contact with him. He hasn't replied.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure he will.
His drum company make my favourite snare, and I really want it. That's not an interesting thing. I just.
Why? What's so good about the snare then?
It just sounds incredible. Plays really well.
So a snare is the drum that's right in front of you on a kit, yeah?
That's it. Yeah, and it's got wires on the bottom, which are called snare wires, and they rattle, which is what makes it cut through like all the other drums.
My friend who I went to primary school with, he was my best mate in primary school for the whole of it. I went round his house once. We were about 6 or 7 years old. And he said, I play drums. And I went in and he had a drum room.
Nice.
When he was that age, right? And I said, go and show us a bit then. I swear to God, he blew my fucking mind.
Yeah.
He was incredible. He'd been playing since he was 2.
Wow.
And he's a professional drummer now. Reese Bridges. I don't know if you...
I know the name.
He played for like M People and stuff.
Yeah.
But he was always just amazing on drums. And he's in the Guinness Book of Records for like the fastest something, I think.
Oh, really?
On drums. Yeah, but he was well good, man.
Oh, nice. Are you still in contact with him now?
I'm not. Nah, I mean, he's on my Facebook. I haven't spoken to him since I was about 15, probably.
Right. Yeah, that does happen with school friends.
Yeah, but it's nice to see people doing well, though, and like, you know, he's...
Oh, absolutely.
It's good.
Yeah. Nice.
Because I that was always his passion, you know. None of his other mates really were into it. That was just his thing. He just loved it, and it's good to see he made a career out of it.
Yeah, yeah, that is cool.
It's quite an athletic thing, isn't it, drumming?
Certainly is, yeah, yeah. But then it's quite funny because you think that, and there's a lot of drummers that are sort of really in shape. But if you look at like the old heavy metal drummers, like Bill Ward from Black Sabbath, for instance, was always just a big round fella.
Well, yeah, but he's obviously strong, though. It's like powerlifters aren't ripped like bodybuilders.
No,
they're stocky. Some of them are... You wouldn't think they could lift more weight than a massive, hefty guy next to them. But
yeah.
a lot of strength is like ligaments and bone density and obviously muscle. But yeah, the strongest powerlifters in... Like, some of them aren't that as... Like, they look like fat, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, what's his name? Eddie...
Hall.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an athletic guy as well as being like a strong man. He was like an Olympic or like a teenager, like Olympic level swimmer and stuff.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was. You see him swim now, just this massive whale, chopping through the water doing butterfly. I mean, he probably weighs 350 pounds or something, doesn't he?
Quite possibly, yeah, probably. But he's lost loads of it as well because he's. Have you seen
fighting Thor, isn't he?
Yeah, which is insane. Did you see the video that came out the other day of his training? Like his cut is unreal. He
looks ripped like a bodybuilder, does he now? Yeah. I mean, he seems like a guy that would, you know, to be the world's strongest man. I mean, he did I think he did 500 kilo deadlift, the first ever. I think that's half a ton, isn't it?
He did, yeah. I watched that video actually, and he bled from his nose.
Yeah.
Which apparently is like...
It's not a great sign.
No, you see that? Just like, I lifted a real heavy weight. Yeah, but like you're bleeding from your face. That's not...
Your body's saying don't do that. And then your blood pressure, that's what it's got to be, isn't it? All the blood pressure gets so much.
Yeah, and apparently it's something to do with adrenaline as well. It just, builds the blood pressure up and just... It's got to come out somewhere.
I would imagine people who do that probably it takes years off of them.
Oh, I should think so. Yeah.
Also, the amount of calories they eat. Apparently, like Olympians die younger than the average people.
Do they?
That's what I've heard, and I always say that, so I should look into that.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I heard it.
Yeah, on the
But
back of a
somebody
penguin.
said that it's because of the amount of calories they have.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because obviously they're burning them off, but they're having 10,000 calories a day and stuff.
Jesus. Yeah, because they've got to maintain their sort of muscle mass. But...
Calories are energy, aren't they? And they just need it, yeah.
Yeah. Like people in the Antarctic in the cold weather need to eat however many thousand calories a day because the shivering, it burns it off so quickly.
Right. Wow. It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. I love that sort of thing. I don't know enough about it, really. I've spout facts all day, but chances are a lot of them...
I quite like watching the strongmen and bodybuilders do their meal plans. I don't know why. I just find it really satisfying. It's kind of like very OCD.
Yeah.
But they do their 8 meals a day, but they package it. And they're so precise with what they eat.
Yeah.
That it's just... I quite like watching it.
It
I don't
must
know
cost
why.
a fortune.
I find it relaxing.
Yeah. A friend of mine was training to, well, no, I think she still is, but training to be a bodybuilder, and she does competitions and stuff. But she was in the gym one day, and a guy turned around and was like, "Do you want me to train you?" And he was like hench, he was massive, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I'll probably need something." And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll compete for Mr. Universe." She's like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
What
cool.
he is
yeah.
he?
I think he was Mr. Great Britain at some point.
Oh, okay.
He was just...
My PT at the gym, not Mr. Universe, but he competed for a British thing. Yes, that might have been that as well. I mean, he knows his stuff.
Yeah.
You got to, haven't you?
Yeah. But part of his thing was he'd go to bed with a chicken in the oven, and then he'd wake up in the middle of the night and eat a chicken.
Yeah, because protein, they need it because your body can only take 30 grams of protein. I was watching, and at a time, so you need, say you need 150 grams a day, you can only synthesize 30 grams a time. So every 4 hours you need protein.
Right.
So that's why they do that. Yeah, they eat every 3 hours, 2 hours, even some of them, 9 meals a day and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of steroids and things like Mr. Universe level.
Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it?
It is interesting. Yeah, but I'm in shape. Not shape, but I'm fit.
What do you bench, man?
Like a bag of sugar.
Oh, that's good, man.
Yeah, maybe 2. I don't want to.
Have you been working out at home and stuff?
No, well, I've been working at Screwfix, which is just basically walking around.
I went there yesterday.
Did you?
It was closed, mate.
Yeah. What time did you go?
About 4 p.m, but it's 7 days a week. Maybe they close early on a Sunday.
They close at 4 on Sundays.
Ah, there we go. Because when I pulled up in my car, the shutter was up. I got out of my car, walked over to it, and the shutter was down. So that makes perfect sense now.
Yeah.
I needed some sandpaper. Do they sell sandpaper there?
They do, yeah.
I wanted to rub down a desk and paint it, mate.
Oh, well, there you go. You can do it, but during opening hours.
Oh, okay. So can I just go in and buy it like a normal human being like that?
Yeah.
I might do that.
Yeah.
Staff discount?
I mean, you probably won't be able to use mine.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Let's wrap this up now then, shall we?
It's the only reason you're here.
I've done my research.
Yeah, it was great foresight, man. Good, fair play.
This chamomile tea is great, by the way. I just dug when you said it's tea. I was like, "Can I have a coffee?" And then I found a chamomile tea bag and made it. It's so easy to make, and it's actually really refreshing and puts you on a better vibe than four harsh coffees in the morning, doesn't it?
Yeah, because I think there's various teas that they're naturally uncaffeinated. I think chamomile has got caffeine in it, so you still get a little boost, but it's a bit more of a sort of a natural rather than a kick up the arse. It's like a gentle.
It has caffeine in it, does it? I didn't know that.
I think so. I could be wrong. I mean, I should know that. People come to me and they're like, "Oh, you know a lot about tea," and I'm not a tea expert. I just like tea, and I wanted an angle to get sent free tea.
Do you ever have just like a proper builder's tea, like little bit of milk, sugar, so it's like dark brown, one of them ones?
I don't have sugar, but I do drink a lot of tea.
What, with milk and tea bag and stuff? Like
Yeah,
PG, kind of normal tea.
yeah, yeah.
But you
So, well,
also like the herbal and fruit ones as well.
yeah, well, that's what I get sent, and I thought it'd be really interesting because I never really drank sort of herbal teas or anything much before this podcast, and I thought I wanted to get into it, so I thought an interesting way would be to write to some companies and say, send me some tea, and I'll talk about it on the podcast. And this one, I keep drinking this one. It's really, really nice. It's Twining's Glow.
Okay.
And I've gone back to it several times because they sent me a whole box.
What's in it?
Right, that is why I kept that packet. Hang on.
I'd have thought you'd had this all memorised.
I think you're really overestimating how much work I do for this podcast.
What I found, I've got a few valerian teas, but I didn't want. I think they're before bed teas, aren't they? Like they make you a bit drowsy, do they? Is that right? I don't know why I'm asking a non-expert tea person.
Yeah. You're asking an enthusiast, not an expert.
Okay. So is valerian for sleeping? Do you know that?
I don't know. All I've got in my mind at the minute is valerian still.
Oh, okay. I'm asking the wrong person.
Yeah. I know about computer games and folklore. It's just got strawberry and cucumber with green tea and aloe vera.
Green tea's got a bit of caffeine in it, apparently.
It has, yeah. And chamomile doesn't have caffeine.
I didn't think so, but I didn't want to call you out on that.
Yeah, well, you would have been right to.
I mean, I think it's very obvious that it doesn't have caffeine, but that's me.
Yeah, some of them do. I don't know which ones do. And now I know chamomile does not. Well, that makes sense because people drink chamomile to go to sleep, to relax.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I struggle with sleep. I've been all right lately, actually. I've been having like a little sleep aid tablet, which isn't like a pharmaceutical you just buy it in a chemist.
Yeah.
Also, this spray that I spray in my mouth. But I've also got a vitamin spray, like a B12 and a vitamin C that I spray in the morning. I was so tired the other morning. I had to drive down to my daughter and take her to school, and I was so tired. And I accidentally sprayed the sleep one in my mouth just to make me extra tired.
Oh dear.
So I was a bit worried about having the valerian like in the morning.
Yeah.
You've got shit to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I could look it up, but I've already looked up the chamomile. I've done my.
Yeah, you've done that, man. That's enough. What, you're going to do a degree in it? Do you know what I mean? What am I, at Open University?
Yeah. Ross McGrain's studying at the minute. He soon
really?
started. Yeah, he started studying graphic design.
Oh, cool.
So like, that's what I had in mind when you said you were studying. I was like, I assumed something creative, but yeah, law.
Well, I thought about. I mean, I looked at creative writing courses, but I don't know if I want to listen to some tutor talk about it. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I just thought, something like maths is just logic, isn't it? It's there's one.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's just quite something quite pure about it. English I'd like, or history, or something like that. But I don't know. I thought of law a while ago. It was quite a challenging one as well.
Yeah.
And interesting. I think I'd be interested in certain parts of it as well. It's handy anyway to have, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. There's always
when I next get arrested. You know what I mean?
Yeah. To quote your law books back at him.
Exactly.
Yeah. You probably know more about law than the police do at that point.
They don't study law, which is weird. I mean, it's probably good because there'd be about 10 policemen in London, but it's weird how they don't even. I mean, they must study it a bit.
They've got.
They know the outline. They know that if I killed someone, that's illegal.
Yeah, I think.
But it's weird how they don't study law yet they're around like policing it.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, they'd probably. What would they do? Just Google it on their phone.
Yeah, while someone's getting fucking grievous bodily harmed in a road rage accident, they're just. Yeah. Is it illegal to pull over and put a hammer in someone's knee?
Again, I think most people know that that's not okay. It concerns me that you think that that's not common knowledge.
Yeah. I mean, what's a crime of passion, though?
Oh, good question.
That is a thing, apparently.
It is a thing. I think it's still illegal.
I was very passionate when I sold that cocaine. Do you know what I mean? Is there a loophole?
Yeah. Yeah, I did sell a lot of cocaine, but it was to buy flowers for my girlfriend. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Acquitted.
Crime and passion. I think, no, I think crimes of passion are still crimes. It's in the title.
Ah, okay. But I thought you get off on it if you're passionate about your crime, about your criminal life.
Yeah.
He's not just doing this for the money, all right? He's
Yeah.
doing it because he's passionate about it.
Yeah. Yeah, you get
Doing a cat burglary
get
in
a
the night.
hitman.
It's just his thing. He just loves it.
Yeah. Gets a real
It's
kick
the
out of it.
adrenaline.
Yeah. Sometimes he does it pro bono.
Exactly.
Just for the love.
I definitely need to learn what pro bono means, by the way. I've heard that a few times lately.
Yeah.
That means I'll have a guess, right?
Go on.
So if I worked pro bono, you get paid for the work that you do, and then you work whenever.
No, that's been kept on a retainer, I think, is what you're referring to. It's because they retain your business, as it were.
What's pro bono again?
That's where you do it for free.
Again, like I ever knew.
Yeah. I think that's what it is anyway. Like, I'm saying this as a non-expert. You'll be able to tell me soon, but I'm pretty sure.
Definitely. Yeah, I've heard that. It's one of those phrases that I've heard again and again and again, and just gone, oh, right, and just had a general idea what it means.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of furlough before this, had you?
Yes, I had, but like because of the army. No, I wasn't in the army, but that's what they have.
Just because of them, though.
Yeah. Because they
come round once and told you.
Yeah, it's weird. I didn't invite them, but they brought tea, so I let them in.
Come through your windows.
Yeah.
Just showing you what furlough means, and then they ducked out. They
Friendly
rolled
guys.
out.
Yeah. I don't know why they had guns, but there you go. Shot some people on the way out.
I think if anyone should have guns, it's the army, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, I should think so.
I think they should legalise guns in war.
I think they probably already are quite widely used.
Oh, I'll take down that petition email I've been sending out there. It's got 40,000 signatures.
Yeah. There's a lot of people don't understand what armies are.
No.
Yeah. Did you think they were just going in and having verbal arguments with people?
I thought it was just a big fist fight.
Yeah.
They just get lowered into Afghanistan and just fucking start swinging.
Coming in on a sort of paratrooping, flying down, swinging already.
Yeah, just windmilling. As they get lowered by the rope. Windmill in. That'd be fun, actually. If there were no guns in the world, if I could push a button and every gun in the world would go.
Yeah. I think that'd solve a lot of problems.
What would that cause more problems than it would solve, do you think?
Now, so would that include like missile launchers and that sort of thing?
Every single mechanism that's designed for violence, like a gun, a missile,
what about
everything.
Like a catapult?
Catapult, everything. Pea shooter.
I think
we'd just be throwing rock. Like it would go back to like throwing rocks.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
I think there'd be different ways of hurting people. I don't think anyone would stop. People like hurting people.
No, I suppose helicopter was just pick up a big boulder from a mountain and just drop it on a village or something.
Yeah, or like keep it on a big string and
set fire. It would go back to fire, wouldn't it?
It would go back to fire. Well, I think to be honest, like, are you removing anyone's memories of guns, or because I think people will probably still make them?
I'm not a magician.
Yeah. You're not a magician, but you have just removed.
Are we speaking
guns.
hypothetically?
Yeah, very much so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just remove. Yeah, both. The gun's gone and every memory of a gun gone. Would I cause more problems than it would solve?
I think people. Well, yeah, if memories of guns have gone, interesting. So, like, memories of guns have gone, but those people have still got spears and stuff. I think people would just pick those up and be like, what have we been using? What have we been doing this whole time? I've not used this in ages.
I think that, I mean, there would definitely be less deaths in the world. I mean, that's obvious, right? I'd sooner die by a gun than a spear, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it'd be more practical. Couldn't keep a spear in
I mean, wars used to be a pain in the arse, like Braveheart days. Like big row of horses, big other row. And you've got to carry all that armour on you that don't seem to work because arrows still killing people.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't bother with the armour.
Are bows and arrows not a projectile? Are they not an early gun?
Yeah, I suppose, but you'd make one, wouldn't people? Would make them.
Yeah, I mean, like a catapult and trebuchets and that sort of thing, are they gone as well?
Well, what I do, the button would enable like us to go back 200 years to those weapons, I guess, is what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
So fire, just running around with big sticks with fire on the end.
Now, 200 years ago, did they still have cannons?
I don't know, actually. I've not done my history degree yet. I've not even got a GCSE, mate.
Yeah.
Can you stop with the pressure of these questions?
Well, now, can I ask, why don't you have any GCSEs?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just didn't. I was a delinquent in school.
Right.
That's the truth.
I can
And
see
I got
that.
expelled from that school. Went to like a naughty boys school for my last year, like my GCSE year, and just didn't get around to giving a shit.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
What did you get in your GCSEs?
Oh, nothing outstanding. I got a lot of GCSEs, but all like C's and B's.
C's and B's are good though, aren't
Yeah,
they?
it's pretty good. Yeah,
How many did you get at CLB?
like 13.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. I think I
What the
spread myself too
I
thin.
didn't even know there was 13 things to learn.
Well, the thing is, I always thought
I
that
thought there
was
was
a lot.
3.
It was certainly a lot for like when I was at school, and
I mean, how many so there's 13 different subjects. So English literature,
yeah, literature, language,
language, that's 2.
and then there's maths and statistics.
So
And-
maths is 1 and statistics is another one.
Yeah, and I would have done.
All of the sciences.
Yeah, I would have done triple science, but because there were only like I started doing it, and there was like only sort of half a classroom of people in my year that were doing triple science, so they got rid of that and we did double science instead. So I lost one GCSE
Which was
there.
biology and physics.
Yeah, you're still doing them all, but you're just getting like you're doing less work for it.
That's one subject I kind of found it hot, like physics.
Yeah,
And I think that it could be a fascinating subject.
yeah,
But I couldn't find any teacher like YouTube video that wasn't so dull.
yeah.
It was so dull.
There's,
They made it so boring.
yeah.
I just velocity. I just couldn't learn it.
There's a lot of people now who like physicists and stuff who are making sort of cool YouTube content,
Yeah.
and they're like,
But that's on like the leading edge of physics, I guess, isn't it? When they're going into like string theory and all of that. But on the GCSE level, it was just so dull.
yeah, it's not interesting. Yeah, I think that's a problem for me. Like, I'd love to have paid more attention with it, but I just didn't care. I wasn't engaged. That was when I was getting really into music, so that's where all of my interests went.
So did you do anything with the music then? Any bands, or could you teach drums?
Yeah, I did.
To me for free, stuff like that.
I did.
Get me a Screwfix discount.
I'll get you a drums discount and teach you to Screwfix.
Cool.
Yeah. No, I did teach drums for quite a while. I was trying to make my way as a session musician for quite a long time, and basically that falling apart is how I ended up starting comedy.
So what made you get into comedy then? How did that start?
Well, so I worked in theatre for quite a long time, like quite a big theatre in Southend, and we had like loads and loads of comedians come through.
What was the name of the theatre?
Chris Pavilion.
I think I've gigged there a couple of times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is there a nice fish and chip shop opposite?
No, that's a Palace Theatre.
Oh, the Palace. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I also work there because it's owned by the same people, so it's the same staff in both theatres.
It was lovely, like older kind of theatre. It was nice. I loved the smell of it and like backstage and
yeah. That theatre is now 109 years old. 2012 was the
Bloody hell.
centenary, so yeah.
I have to do another podcast in a minute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll wrap up.
Cool. This has been nice though. Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, no worries, man. Yeah, just to answer your question quickly. So while I was working in theatre, like I already liked comedy and I was well into it. But like working in theatre, I saw loads and loads of comedians come through, and I got to a point where I started thinking, I want to give this a go, and then sort of one thing fell apart and then another thing fell apart in my life. So I thought, well, fuck it, I'll give it a try.
That's good. It's good when things fall apart, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it worked out well in this case, but.
And where did you do your first gig?
That was Freedom Fridge at the Torianos, Kentish Town.
Oh, I did that. Yeah, I did that a few times.
Yeah, it's a good gig.
It's thingy, isn't it? What's her name?
Well, Beck Hill was emceeing that night.
Oh, I might be. I know the name of it anyway.
There was, there were like 2 other nights that ran there, and that one was, I can't
Maybe I
remember.
did the other night then.
Yeah, I didn't do the other night.
Sharma.
That's right, yeah.
Sama, is it?
Sama
Yeah.
Wolf. Is that right?
That's it, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, she never booked me, but yeah, it's fine. It doesn't run now.
Doesn't bother you now, no.
No, it's fine. I get paid. Right. I'm just going to ask you a couple of, I call them team urgency questions.
Cool.
What insect freaks you out the most, and is it because it has so many legs?
I was always all right with insects as a kid. I used to love them. I used to find it funny, like scaring my sister with spiders. I mean, she would absolutely lose her mind. Like, I'd pretend I've got a spider in my hand and throw it at her. I did it to my niece, actually, the other day. There was a daddy longlegs down in my kids' house in their bathroom, and I picked it up, and I went into Marmalade, that's my niece's name, and she was on the bottom bunk, and I said, is this yours? And I put my fist right near, and I opened it. I didn't know she had a phobia, and she absolutely lost it. And I was like, but it jumped off my hand as well.
No.
I didn't mean it like in a really cruel way. I thought like just a silly prank. But I'm all right with insects, to be honest. I mean, a giant like centipede would freak me the fuck out, I think.
Yeah.
Even like a foot long.
Yeah. Like one of the big sort of jungle ones.
I mean, it's just too many legs, isn't it? Like,
it is.
What? It doesn't need that many legs.
No, nothing does.
You got too many legs if you break 10 legs and you all right.
Yeah, you just carry on going. Yeah. Because I was told the other day that apparently, like millipedes, they're still classed as insects because they've only got 6 actual legs, and the other ones are pods.
Yeah.
Which is somehow makes it worse.
Oh.
Yeah. Gross. Yeah.
But spiders, I'm all right with. Like, I've had to go to my sister's house like at 2 a.m. before because there's a giant spider on her ceiling.
Yeah.
And I know I just had to get out of bed, get in my car, drive to her house, and get it off of her high ceiling.
Oh, man.
And I got there and I was like, wow, that is fucking big. Like at fucking 2 a.m. in the morning once.
Yeah. Is that where you go to put a bucket over it or something, and it takes a bucket from you and throws it at you?
It runs around with a bucket over its head.
Jesus. I was dismantling a shed with my dad down the end of my parents' garden, and he's passing the roofing slats down to me. And as he's passed it to me, like they're coming sort of quite near my face, and suddenly I sort of looked down and realised it was a spider, probably just slightly smaller than the size of my face. And it was so big, I got a stick and knocked it off because I had to put other ones like leaning up against it. I didn't want to kill it, so I got a stick and knocked it off. And I heard it hit the floor.
Thud.
Yeah. That was real. Yeah, I thought, right, fair enough, I'll leave that alone. I'll let that get away. Otherwise, I imagine it'd just pick the stick up and throw it at me. Throw it in my eyes.
Just start attacking you.
Yeah, should be fair enough. So this is leading on from a conversation I had with Paul Savage the other week where he was talking about a dog. A woman went onto a talent show with a dog and the dog was dancing. If you had to dance with any animal, what would it be?
A little chimpanzee or an orangutan, I think.
Yeah.
Has everyone said that?
No, that's the first time. And I feel like that's quite a solid answer as well. But that's the first time that's come up.
Or a gorilla or a bear.
Yeah.
No, I don't like the idea of a dancing bear because they do that. This would be perfectly nice,
cruel.
Wouldn't it? Like,
yeah, well, to be fair, I think...
It would be chained to a lamppost.
Any of those... Yeah, it would be a consensual dance, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think like an orangutan, to be honest.
Yeah, because...
If I had to pick one.
I think, like any of those animals, in fairness, once you dance with them for a moment, they will rip your face off.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's still a wild animal.
I know, and they won't dance though. I mean, if we're talking reality, they're not even going to dance for a minute.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so
animals
in our minds,
don't dance, do they?
They're not keen on it. No.
Nah.
No.
They're a bit awkward, aren't they?
They are.
Sober dancing.
Yeah, well, Yeah, to be fair, I have danced drunk, but generally I would say that animals dance with a similar vigour to me.
I'd love to dance with an orangutan.
We'll see if we can make it happen.
Can you not make it happen on this podcast?
This isn't Jim Will Fix It, and if it was, then we wouldn't have been allowed to have that conversation about you dating people in schools.
You make some other stuff happen.
Yeah.
I actually wrote to Jim Will Fix It when I was about 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Probably very bad handwriting, and he didn't get back to me.
Yeah. Did you attach a photo?
I should have done.
Yeah, he definitely would have had you.
I know.
Yeah.
Quite a hot little kid. Should we take that bit out?
I think that's probably just the best place to end it, really. Right, I have got a
I
follow-up
was
question.
glad when he I want to watch that documentary on him that I keep seeing advertised.
Yeah.
But I don't know where to watch it.
The Louis Theroux one?
No, not that one. There's another documentary about Savile that I just see advertised on like YouTube videos and stuff.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
Probably shows the weird stuff I'm watching.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe YouTube?
It's not. No, it's on like HBO. How can I even see that? Or Showtime or...
Don't know. Now TV, maybe? If I had to
Good
guess.
idea, yeah. Can someone send me their login details?
Yeah.
Julian Deane official Instagram. Thank you.
Yeah. Did you say Juliet Deane?
I didn't, but I might change it to that.
Yeah, I like it.
Thank you.
Right. I've got one follow-up question from the last question.
Okay.
The about the dancing with a dog. If you had to do something, any activity with a dog, what would it be?
I mean, what other than normal stuff? Because I love throwing I know it sounds so simple, but I love throwing a ball for my dog and him running back.
Yeah, that is nice.
I really enjoy it.
I mean, that is a good one.
I throw it with a ball throw, and it's like a rubber one, and it goes so far.
Yeah.
Like, because I've got I've got a lot of power in my throw as well. Mainly it's that, but also it's a rubber, like a big tennis ball size, and he just runs and runs and runs. And I like it when he's really knackered and you feel like you give him a good workout.
Yeah.
But what would I do with a dog? I'd like to swim in a swimming pool with a dog.
Oh yeah. I feel like that's quite easily achievable.
Yeah.
Especially now that, as of today, swimming pools are available to get in.
I might do that.
Yeah.
It's a good Monday afternoon, isn't it? Take my dog down the Lido.
Yeah. Yeah. Go and jump in a Lido and try not to... I don't know. Do you have Lidos in London?
Your voice has gone really robot to me. I don't know if...
Oh, that might just be my voice. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Maybe you turned into a cyborg.
Yeah. Possibly. That is... No, I can hear it coming through now, actually. I sound like a Dalek. Yeah.
I don't think it will come across in your audio, will it? Do I sound okay on your end?
Yeah, you sound good. Yeah, that's fine.
You're breaking up quite a lot at the moment. I can kind of make out what you're saying.
Oh, okay. Right, let's shall we put an end to it there?
Let's put a pin in it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, cool.
That's the totally wrong expression.
Yeah. We'll come back to it later. Have you got anything you want to plug?
I do a podcast with Carl Donnelly called TVI, so check that out.
Very good indeed.
My Instagram is Julian Deane Official. I did the official as like a bit of a joke, but I just leave it like that. There's a lot of copiers as well. And yeah, so that's about it.
Nice. Cool.
I live in Blackheath in London, if anyone's a chamomile.
Yeah. What a lovely invite. And also Valerian Steel.
Please don't come
tea.
round.
Yeah.
I've got some Valerian Steel tea as well from when I'm labouring.
Yeah. Nice. Right, cool. Thanks, man. I need to go to the toilet now anyway, which is how most of these podcasts end.
Oh, okay. We're ending it because you want to go to the toilet.
Yeah, and you've got another podcast to record and I sound like a Dalek.
True.
Yeah.
But thanks for having me, man. And yeah, I'll speak to you soon.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for coming on, man.
We're going to have a cup of tea.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, in the real world.
In the real world, mate.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks, man.
Take it easy.
See you later, mate.
Thanks, man. Bye.
So that was Julian Deane. A great chat indeed. I had a lot of fun. I can't wait to record again with him in person when the internet doesn't drop out and make one of our voices a bit weird. But I edited it reasonably well, so you can't tell how weird it got, but it did get quite weird. Now, I have started getting some support on Ko-fi, which is absolutely amazing. I've been doing the plugs for a few weeks, and I've started to get some support come in, which is absolutely incredible, and it really, really warms my heart. So thank you so much, especially Paul Schiernecker, who was the first, and he's a good friend of mine, and I didn't expect him to donate at all, but he really enjoys the podcast and appreciates the work that goes into it, so he donated a little bit of money. So did a stranger, which is also absolutely lovely. And so, yeah, please, if you can. And that's almost paid for the monthly cost of hosting a podcast. So, I'm almost on the way to breaking even. So if other people enjoy the podcast and appreciate it and are able to donate and would like to, please do go over to kofi.com/sideaves, ko-fi.com/sideaves. Chuck us a little bit of money. You could send one single payment of £1. You could set up a monthly payment of £1,000. Probably don't, unless you really, really can afford it. In which case, absolutely do. I would appreciate that. That'd be quite pleasant. But yeah, anything you can donate would be incredible. Thank you so much, Paul. If you listen to this before I see you again, which I imagine you will because you listen quite regularly, I'll see you on Sunday. We're going kayaking. Now, if you want to go and follow Julian Deane, as he said at the end there, that is at Julian Deane Official. So go and find him. Puts out great content. His stories that he does are quite often very funny. So yeah, go and check that out. Don't forget to go and follow at Tea Party Pod. That is the letter Tea Party Pod on Twitter and Instagram, and facebook.com/Tea Party Pod. That is the Tea Party Pod page. And I'm going to have a website for this very soon where I'm going to hopefully start selling some merch and mugs and, I don't know, mouse mats or whatever you want to buy from me. If you want something in particular, like if you want to buy a badge, let me know. I'll get badges made. I'll look into it. I'll get it done. But in the meantime, don't forget to share this, tell all your friends about it, because bloody good fun and you enjoy it very much. That's what I reckon. Don't forget to go and check out Julian's podcast, Two Vegan Idiots. Oh, it's not that, is it? It's TVI now. That's where it's come from, Two Vegan Idiots, with Cole Donnelly. Cole Donnelly was on the first episode of this podcast, as you may well all know, which was a very, very good episode. I can't wait to get him back on now that I've learnt to edit better and have improved my setup. So yeah, it's all coming up, Millhouse. So yeah, please do continue to get in touch. I absolutely love it. Continue to listen, share this with your friends, subscribe, like, all of those sort of things. Go to social medias and like those and tell your friends and share those and send me a coin or two on Ko-fi if you can. And in the meantime, we're coming out of lockdown. It's happening slowly. But this is bank holiday weekend. Enjoy it. Go and see your family from a distance in a park and have a lovely cider alongside a lovely tea. Not at the same time, that'd probably be a bit weird. Maybe a tea cider, is that a thing? I doubt it. I don't know, could it be a thing? Like alcoholic green tea? Sounds nice. I'd drink it, I think. Look into it. Someone do the research. So, until the next episode comes out, oh, by the way, I've got the next 2 recordings lined up, and they are going to be very good indeed. I'm very excited for those. I don't know if you can hear the music that is playing. It's either from my wife downstairs or from my neighbour, who has been playing extremely loud music for about 3 hours. Either way, have a tea, have a cider, have a sit, see your family, see your friends, go kayaking. That's what I'm going to do. I love you guys. Thanks very much for listening. I'll see you soon. Bye.